Hi, welcome to Bonano TV. This is John Scasonso. I wanted to show up today to talk about two very important topics. The nature of checks and balances in our politics in Zambia, and also I want to talk about the succession disputes or the politics of succession in the Patriotic Front, the biggest opposition in the nation of Zambia. So I'm here and I want to just chat with anybody who has the time at their disposal. I was watching the game between United States and England, and there's nothing that has shown to separate the two teams. But I was hoping for a totally different outcome. I was thinking that the result was going to be different. Yeah, but it was a good game, perhaps the best game in the World Cup that I have seen so far. So share this chat with people around you and with your friends and family. And we're going to pick it up just shortly. I want you to share this discussion. It's going to be very important. We just want to breathe life and speak into the soul of our country. And, there's something very important that people, especially political players, need to be aware of. Because we, the citizens, must be able to guide or be able to speak our mind. And not only the government, but also the opposition.
Akasonso ne jacket yawe yaramba ya red. Bakasonso.
My Lunda women, they love my red jackets. Yeah. Hello.
Bakasonso tujinewa Judy.
Tujinewa Judy. Never Lady Sarah.
Judy udinga iwahanda.
Nahanda boy udinga yokum.
Yechwanu.
Sakira.
Nakunyanukisha ni wa mama diwate me adingine na kuosha na waka boy.
Mujipa TV, welcome to Bonano TV. They were doing kitchen table politics.
Mujipa TV.
M1. Today we're doing kitchen politics. And what we're going to do today is just to talk about the political landscape. Political landscape simply means that we're picking out stories and events in our country and we're chatting about them. And that's what we're going to be doing on Friday nights, 21 hours, Mushiri Bonano time. We were all engrossed in watching the game between England and the United States. Sarah, Judy, did you see those games?
I did.
Yeah, Sarah mujipamute, fumai pamute.
And the USA, they had the better chance of scoring in the first half and the second half, but they just couldn't. Like, I don't...
So, Aneva, Sarah, did you watch the game?
No, I'm at work.
Oh, sorry, you were at work, you couldn't see the game. Anyway, what we had England versus the United States. And since King Charles just got on the throne, so I thought I should be fair and throw my support towards the colonizer. Yeah, but So I thought, no, actually the king just lost his mother, so I'm going to commiserate with the king. So his team should win today. So, but these United States,
the king lost his mother.
Used to call them.
He's an orphan.
He's an orphan. Like I said, so I am always going to support my paycheck, which is United States.
If I favor Judy, I'm not even more. So people need to hear you. We're doing kitchen table politics.
What?
You know, we are doing kitchen table politics.
Yes, I am saying I will always support the United States. That's my paycheck.
Okay.
The England, I am never supporting that. Never. I've never been to England, and I intend to go one day. But at this moment, I'm supporting my paycheck.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that. For me, one, I have grandkids who are Americans. My son-in-law is an American.
Amen. So we have ties with the United States. We can't run away from it.
So imova suits was much feel win. So now mukaripa. Okay.
We are very annoying.
But I have to give you credit. That team you played against are actually one of the favorites to win this tournament. And if you can go and stand up toe to toe with that, then soccer has improved in these United States.
It does.
Na chibu monana George Weah, uliye Ballon d'Or twaletamba ku white. George Weah. Paris Saint-Germain. George Weah, president wa Liberia.
Yes.
As a student was school of Rai.
Really?
President ekwapoke degree, degree. George Weah na chibu mona tota nokutota mwana bamucha stupid. Achatefia upumwana wako achinaka. Yeah, so but anyway, mwana wako atera ba America, and the only goal they have, mwana wako George Weah English. Yeah.
But so over and all, they played a good game. It was the better team.
Actually, the best game I have watched so far.
Yeah.
Chiva strict referee mwebantu. Mochimona. Achita la pucha no kuchita foul referee na alishakali. Tachi apuna ku VAR awe. If your ball like kwa filia.
Yeah.
It was the fairest of all games, and I think for me it was the best in this tournament.
Okay. I haven't watched all of them because of time difference.
Americans never in America. In Americans kona beshikulu benu basaloko. Lelo tatuachi minyankula na chafa ine mfumu iwine because nende wako mfumu chafa mfumu ya wina. So King Charles, I'm sorry, there will be another day.
I don't know how many left, but England is not going far because England used to be a better team. And if England and United States can play that game, it means United States has improved. Because England is a good team.
Yeah. No, England is one of the best. That's just what happened. Yeah, so now let's try to review the two topics I have.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one is about checks and balances in the politics of Zambia. First of all, Narata Birapoku should define what checks and balances is. Checks and balances is a system in which different parts of an organization, such as a government, have powers that affect and control the other parts so that no part can become too powerful.
Yes.
Checks and balances is a system in which different parts of an organization, such as a government, have powers that can affect and control the other parts so that no part can become too powerful. Now, we are going to talk about this in the context of the Zambian government. We're going to talk about what is happening today, but we're also going to reflect on what has happened in the past. Checks and balances as they concern the Republic of Zambia. Vakashana, finish about checks and balances. Eko yaba ku Zambia, eko iri ku Zambia, eko yari ku Zambia. Charge chivichishana.
Sayara ku Zambia because I feel like any opposition that in Zambia, opposition party who are still in opposition before they get into government, they always criticize the ruling or whatever the sitting party without knowing the facts. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. We shall look about what happened in PF. PF made a lot of mistakes, which by UPN criticized. And people hate, they criticize. About PF, but PF, here and there. But they come in if into February they criticize, we want them to put them in practice that, okay, February is therefore to less different. And we haven't seen that yet. We haven't seen that yet. I have no doubt in my mind UPND is one of the good government coming in. I could be wrong, but we want them to do, we want them, the things they criticize by PF, going forward, doing them better. Criticize PF all this time. Can they look at the things they did criticize by PF when by the more position? And they said, okay, we said we're going to do this. We said we're going to do this, and we said we're going to do this. Of course, some of them was what it was for Tabakachite, but at least even 20% of what they criticize and bring them here. I think the people of Zambia will be very happy.
Okay, Judy,
Yeah, what I can say is that for me, there is no way or where an opposition party is going to just sit down and not criticize the ruling party when they see there's a problem. So UPND was okay saying what they were saying. And what my sister just said that they need to show us already. The government is showing something which they criticize, like, for example, employing teachers, or looking at the tribe, chasing people from their jobs just because this one is Tonga, this one is Lozi, transferring people. And the government is doing a great job in that area, and that is 10%. And also employing the teachers, the employment that they've given to the teachers. They took a long time to do such an exercise. So I feel the government is almost 20% doing what they criticized. For me, that's what I can say. There are a lot of things that is yet to happen. And PF, they really destroyed the country. It's almost like Vale Ocha, and the UPND is just getting the ashes and mending here and there. And it's very difficult when the economy was badly done by Lungu and his people. So it's very difficult for Mr. Hakainde Hichilema and the UPND to just wake up today and do 50% or even that. Already 20% has been done, my sister. There is harmony in the country. People are happy. I know other people are crying, but at least he's doing something.
Okay, thank you, Basera. Number, the nature of checks and balances, the government system, it's about the government system. So it means that one side of the government must be able to put the others in check. Let me give you an example. But PF validated Bill 10. PF brought in Bill 10. And in doing Bill 10, there were sufficient numbers in Parliament on the UPND side to prevent Bill 10 from going forward, because in Bill 10, the PF was trying to entrench itself as a constitutional government by changing the constitution. And there are things that their colleagues saw that were detrimental to the future of the nation. I think that that's the most powerful and the most recent example of checks and balances, where you use the law and the constitutional means to prevent one section of government from becoming too powerful and entrenching itself. And that the UPND in opposition were able to do that. Now, my concern is about the PF. Are they in a position to situate themselves as an opposition party that can truly provide checks and balances? Because ngamwamo nefiyechitika nomba ko Zambia, ba opposition bali apakati institute media, bali abambo kutuko buteko nishe bali to provide checks and balances. But that's not checks and balances. Checks and balances is preventing policies that are to the detriment of the way the country is structured, so that the government does not go in the wrong direction. But today, anybody who goes on social media and insults the government, that's checks and balances. Let's fairly evaluate and analyze. Whichever PF, put about to pay checks and balances here, but
Yes, yes or no? Kuti vapela ya mano, because until the PF has a president, it's difficult to have checks and balance, because right now we only have, I think Muliba PF, there's only Baluminda, who's an acting president, and we have how many? 6 candidates who want to be PF president. To me, I think that until the PF have a president, I'm a checks and balance, take a lot of working, and I think people are taking it personal. PF, they lost. You know how it means when you lose. there's that bitterness is still there. So they lost, and and don't get me wrong. I'm just saying they lost. There's that bitterness. I think part of me, they didn't think they were going to lose, and they lost. And the checks and balance they're doing it out of my politics, what UPN promised. But I think when you look deeper, when you look at what UPN is doing, you'll be able to see that by UPN they are doing something. Right now, yes, maybe to a common person underground, and when you look at the fuel was cheaper and PF, and it's expensive. But I think it's a process. It's a process that they put and what they found and they're trying to clean. It will take maybe after 5 years before we see the results. So if you are looking for checks and balance from PF, my feeling is you're not going to see positive results from there, because I think it's coming from a bitter source. Just me.
So, Judy, ukulingana na mfumule totoka hapo. Mulemo nakwati karaka ka situation kakulu sama elections. Elo abalete kabalu kafite kwa nakaleta ko problem chalo.
Yes, nakaleta, because let's face it. By UPS, when the election came, I mean, this is just me. If you ask Bonsaba August 12, 2021, if you ask by PF, are you going to lose? Bonsaba the optimistic at Bakawina. They didn't expect. So it came as a shock for them to lose. So now, where do they start from to cooperate themselves to say, okay, did it sink in? Bushana is to sink in at Navalusa. Probably yes, probably not. So the checks and balance from that end, I don't think you're going to see. I think checks and balance, if you want to see, I think member, you can see until PF Whicher confusion, Mwawa president. Right now I'm talking about president. Could you about acting president? Mwawa president, maybe you see after the convention, maybe you see checks. But right now, the checks and balance act which are coming, I don't think that they're coming. They're Griffin. I think that's just my opinion. We'll see after next year.
Today we're doing kitchen table politics. We have to hear the voice of the woman in this conversation. So, but anyway, I do agree with you to the degree that unless the PF can come out of the funk of losing an election and regroup,
Yes,
offer proper opposition politics. There are several problems with the Patriotic Front. The Patriotic Front was in opposition, and the people who were the leaders in the Patriotic Front when it was in the opposition, they threw them all out. First of all, the leader died, but the others, they threw them out of the party. The others, once they jumped in, they were only to hold on to power. So there is a way in which they are not used to doing opposition politics. So they need to go to school quickly, because they're the only opposition we have in the country. Can you imagine if the opposition politics that the PF is offering now is what we had in the UPND? We would have never had a change of government. So, but we need the opposition, the PF to strengthen. And unfortunately, the PF does not have at the moment the capacity to be schooled sufficiently of what is going on. Because our UPND, A-level politics, like one of my friends said, you know, they laid down specific promises to the people, and they are fulfilling one promise after the other using the government enterprise. I think that's the way politics should be done. Now, how do you beat people like that? You beat people like that by becoming a better version of those people. So the PF cannot just be crying foul, screaming on social media, or hiring opposition parties with no representation in any branch of government. Because if the opposition does not have any representation in any branch of government, that opposition cannot offer checks and balances. They don't have capacity. You can't come even on social media. Naka paper na ulemba na ubika panshat na some offer checks and balances, but ulanda fya kariashi. We must distinguish between ululumbilo wa mulanda and checks and balances.
And facts.
Yes, ululumbilo wa mulanda wa juti kukakata. Mwalirisho ululumbilo wa mulanda. Yeah, in my mother's village, ululumbilo wa mulanda, it's how a poor person becomes famous. Ndalama chakulipira takwete chakulisha abana kunganda nombala ba famous chance so kusa bafe wakakata. So in my mother's village they say ululumbilo wa mulanda kukakata. So mulanda kuisa fe mkwimina patulu aletu kwa bakankala imwala tukwatila fame. But that cannot be checks and balances. So, but PF, we are away from Ulumi wa Mulanda to actually offering checks and balances because we need opposition, strong opposition politics in the country. And so far, what we are getting is none of that.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what you're saying is true. Where you're saying that kuka kata balele tutu tuambo kulanda blah 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 blah. Ileso na lata mchano mkashwandala ya nomba because pakachaka bwele tukambio kupate ndalama whatever. So like Judy has said, you know, checks and balances. Judy has said until the PF wakakwate a president, and that president should be a focused human being, not abantu abakwati just because basangwa pakapendo babasala babandi ba president then bamba fyokula noa fyokula shana fieshani nokwata fyomufimbira. Some people they just hate Mr. Akainejima for nothing. And they will just be saying things that no, we are doing checks and balances. Which checks and balances? You are talking about his mother, you are talking about his family. Is that checks and balances of the government? No. So the only thing in Africa and in Zambia in particular, politics is a hatred politics. That's what we play. Because you don't even care about the people that you are talking about, like you want to save the people, the grassroots. All you care about is about yourself. You want to kwate and ama mansions, and you start number of the other people that mean well, you know. So checks and balances will be very difficult for PF to take for now.
But thank you, Lady Sarah. But Judy,
it's true. It's true. I said it. Right now, there's PF. There's confusion. If a party can come up with 7 presidential candidates, what does that tell you? I mean, yes, democracy. Don't get me wrong, democracy. Because it to me it just tells you they were power hungry. Everybody wants to be president. They have to sit down and choose a leader. I miss when PF was with Sata. You know, Sata had discipline. There's no denying that.
That's my father.
Yes, Sata had discipline.
Anyway, you know, so we have an issue in this country. Abali mu majority ku opposition. Abakwete representation in parliament. Abakwete capacity ya kucha represent each other. Ayelo if you balelanda, take checks and balances. Checks and balances kuya ikata parliament tukubomfya amafundi rules ya parliament to rein in on the excesses of the government. But government ilipo for 1 year. Taikwete kuna ma excesses. So what we are saying here on Bonano TV is to say that Mutalo Chestu, yes, to support a ruling party. but therefore iko na opposition ya kusupporta. But depending on quality of opposition, depending on quality, quality, depending on quality of opposition. You know, when you go into the how government is run, you have experience as people who have run a government before. Mediocrity from a PF, it is shocking. It's like people who have never been in government. What we need is quality opposition. When the government proposes policies, the opposition what are the alternatives to these policies? And from there, they formulate the alternatives. But
then, yes, go ahead.
Okay.
No, come here.
Yeah. So, but we formulate alternatives. But if you want to capacity to formulate alternatives. But it's a part of Maka Facebook. I think Facebook ngabaisala kuzameta kwa na opposition. But it's a Facebook mungu tukakateka.
Imagine.
Munenu alifikirie. Karaka chitwaishirepo. Alikwete na dream. Tutu tuma dreams tu inotu wakwe. Ava icheva kamushi kubapera masikulu ya lutu. Ayashani kwa chitefyo. Alepe tutu wakulilemo. He's doing well.
Exactly.
Where it comes from. The opposition needs to be fair to HH and give him credit for that. That is the kind of opposition we need. That's the opposition we want, where you give credit where it's due.
Exactly.
Bene baishire kwa batusha. Batushire mu Kongole. Iri Kongole nayo ali bika checkmate. Isentu to negotiate shimbishi where kopanshi. Because most of it is not even money that Zambia spent. Most of it is calculated interest. My present value tables. Most of the yeah, my present value tables. Yeah, Munsamushi. Then the Labashazam tapo ke reshimo.
Wow.
So we need even the opposition to back the president on that. And when it comes to them choosing a president, let's come to the second topic, Judy and Sarah. Succession dispute in PF. If we to remove PF, president was starting a PhD. But ngolimu PF na PhD watu watukalesa. But PF tabalifua nesukulu. Numa bala kontolosha nifini. Njebeni basara.
Katuishi. Balifua nani kanshi?
Katuishi. Kama presidential candidates babu, tapalipona doctor na ngumu. Bala kontolosha nifini.
Bena babili vakati kukwata olupio lwingi. Ngana ukwate mpia yuketu ateke chalo. Really? Abantu
Bakasonso.
uyatishani.
Right.
Nani?
Bobo.
Uku nani kane? Sorry. Today pikanoko no today. So
we are in the kitchen table politics. The Friday no Bonano. Bonano Friday in kitchen table politics.
Bakasonso momwe basambilila. Tebonsa basambilila. Okay? Just because somebody has to have PhD, president. I think to me, Padi Bonsama candidate Chaba. I don't know I know Sampa is a graduate. I don't know how far education. I'm not sure. Eona Shiba Kofe Padi Bonsaba. Shishi Baba Chitalu. Shishi Baba. But I think
Chitalu Chilufia?
Chitalu is also a presidential candidate nominated. He's a doctor, right?
He's a doctor, right. Yeah, medical.
Right. Yes,
he's educated.
So we have Bachilufia, we have Basampa, and who else? Munduvire is also a graduate, correct?
I think so.
I'm not sure. So those I'm not saying they should. Anybody who's graduated now, Tabako is a PhD. at least they would understand how the government can run and how to run the government. That I'm going to dispute with you. That for you to run the government, you have to be a PhD and even if no. As long as umuntu nafika ku college level na understand, we know, I think he can make a good president. How do you make a good president? Yes.
My sister, before you go any further, you didn't hear Bakasonso Murachilosha. Already, PF, now quite a problem. They don't want to like regard that person.
Oh,
that's what he meant. Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
is it not right, Bakasonso?
Ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Then I'm sorry about that. Then I'm sorry about that.
Today we are doing kitchen table politics. Yes, and you know where we are?
Mm-hmm.
We cut across the entire United States. The Judy and the East Coast. In the pocket America, Iowa. Sarah at Washington, America. So we are covering the entire nation. We are representing.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah, so niyo sakamene pova Judy.
Yeah.
Ni akwevati. Ba PF wasambira kumucha ostracize. Nkandulu alikwisa.
I know.
As the chief advisor.
Yes. You see, she's a powerful woman. Yes.
Mu 21st century muno echo baire kongwera ba PF kongwera ndalama beyond the GDP of the nation.
Yeah.
Because abalesa ina signature ba fontini balungu.
Tebaloya.
Awe lekentulande mu ituketa paka no bajuti. Lekentulande.
Awe shebeka tapaka.
Na kwa sambirida bala belenge.
Awe kwa taba la Professor Nkandulua, that woman is powerful. Yes.
Ba PF Nkandulua mposele kwisa. Ero Nkandulua ulipo kulanda lelanda. Abalelanda fe ni nyense shako bati she grade 7 ngashilelanda shibomfya civics kulanda pali economy ya Zambia tukaya kwisa ba PF ngababwela. Taba kakwele ba PF tabafuta wabwele mu mubuteko ba PF ngakwisa na ba grade 7.
You see, that's why let me tell you one thing. Mona, you're right. That's a good point you said. We have people who are very educated PF all by the class side. But here's the problem. But PF, the moment Bakayaku convention, you can assure me that confusion ikapumakuria, that part will be divided in so many parties and that will be their end. If they don't put themselves together, that will be the end after convention because everybody wants to be president. Everybody don't know enough. You have to understand. So whoever going to for instance, they decided to go different way, meaning they're going to break off of PF. And that's where the confusion will start.
Basara muleta mtongo na pushana pale.
Ba PF tuwakusha mano.
Oh, I'm telling you, they trust me. They because everybody wants to be there.
Yeah, so they'll be like divided.
Yes.
Once by a convention, they'll be divided. So we don't know. We think that party ko basaire no mbali kaya keshi de kaya chikashani shanshani. UMP katushina UPM.
The one aspiring next opposition party is members party.
Socialist.
Socialist.
Number wa Judy ubuwafe wa party ya membe. Membe via salary at Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Yema policies ya church country chale take Russia kale.
Soviet Union.
Ero no babaleta ma policies ati balaleta ku Zambia. Freddy membe watuletere muntu pate. Chwafya ikata ko filefia chave filefia na fya bene. Ngamuleli yobo kwale.
I like that. You go and do.
Yeah. Because Freddy membe hero was letere muntu pate kwale weekly post kwani vanashani ero asatuletera ati alitote fi muntu pata kuwezve fi Russia hawe mwandini.
So you see, by the end of the day, here's the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I have no non-equal position, but by HH 2026, Bakapita. Don't get me wrong, Bakapita for Wino. But by HH can only rule for 2 terms.
Mm-hmm.
After 2026, who do you see UPND can be president? Am I having a number confusion? Because I've always noticed if into thing. Umwenewa party ngai tampa. The moment you have maponishina party yastashani. Yawa. Because the vision yako mwine. Only MMD lasted that long. Because apparently MMD we had, you saw Chiluba, and then we came with Mwanawasa. All those were great president. Then who else came after that? Valupia.
Banda.
Valupia Banda. Bwezani. Once and except when MMD was in power, it was really good. But Mwanawasa, it was excellent.
Yes.
Valupia, yasa yachitako, yawako. That's how PF came in. But mukamona UPND by HH Ngabaf Mapo Nishina Bongoloka. You watch it.
What you've said, what you've said could be true and could not be true.
Mm-hmm.
Could be true in a sense that we don't groom people.
Thank you. That's why I was going
each
next.
time that
Thank you.
each time that you see that somebody is getting closer to, presidential, you start to kunyantirira that person. Greediness, like I said that first.
Yes.
Greediness is too much in us. That is what I can say. Too much greediness. And then true, if only there could be somebody to be groomed, somebody who can be groomed and, aleva panono groomed filafine. But you see, one thing, again, the fear is that once they see that,
we have a popular, you can chill, yes.
So it's very difficult.
It's very difficult.
Yeah, that is what I think I need to underline one word to Sarah Wabomfia to proceed in this conversation, the word groom. MPF problem if we're in confusion takuwa hivyo. Balungu na baishirepo na ine nalipa because I was PF card number 1 under Vasata. Ero baishirepo wa PF balungu baisapo. Ukwisa salakana kulwa kakote yaka charita ya kale eka china fight for independence of Zambia. At running mate. That is the hatred for Zambia. Even when he was trying to contest, ukuyabula ba nakulu ba nkanduluo na benati eba kababara ni mate bakwe. What do these people think when they are there? Okay, bamabana mwango kuti bateka echeche ngafu ile mailo. But what we have to ask is she the future of Zambia? So the people in the government of the UPND.
But hold on on that one. Hold on, just hold that thought. You said Bankanduluo, Banakulu. And even the vice president, she's my mother-in-law, but Navena, in same age, Navaluo. Then the same age. Once a Bakul.
Yeah. Ale amkufokotola patukote. Etwala bikati.
So na HH na opak sa fokotole pali bana ali lufianya.
Awe, ebo tulenda shakukati. Bafuire be na HH na bana kuba balipo. Bambi okusala pa bana ba Zambia. Bakatwale chalo kuntanshi ni banani.
Okay.
Because we can't always be starting afresh. Mulaba continue with my politics. Mulaba continue with my politics, yes. Yeah. So
you have a point.
So the PF problem bakwetea kwa ati bayimini na bantu abaliteni. Because tapali na ngumu balungu babuli kwa ati babuli bamuche expose enough to how we can rule the country.
And that's why I was telling you, but PF that they didn't see it coming. So
the future of the country.
Yeah, so it's true. So right now, we need to, when advisors, Baba, right now, but after 10 years, unless after 10 years, but continue, because if he wants UPND to go further, somebody who can succeed him.
Yeah, my sister. Now I'm a little bit busy. I just want to say something. Shivalanda Vale Fokotola Pawakulu. That is also, I'm a human rights activist, and it's okay the way you have said it. But the thing is, even now, even in UPND, we are seeing where old people are being given jobs that can be taken by young people. For example,
yes.
Apanji Filababa to Makushani who ambassador, whatever. What did he do, that guy? And don't we have young people that can stand in an office as the consulate of the Zambia in a foreign land? What is he going to do there? Today we've seen another old lady and another human being all of a sudden.
Yes. Commissioner, yes, really was.
So
yes.
How do you groom young people? Do something else. Give them a business to run than giving them these posts. Give young people there. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, just to follow that, I think I'm a politics of Zambia, more Africa in general, not just Zambia. For you to understand how the politics works, it's not. I'm a government won't have a supporter. They don't even look at young people educated how you are. They look at who helped them, who funded their campaign. That's the problem. Until we change that, it will continue. When people are campaigning, you see, even in the United States, it happens. When people are campaigning, we have donors who are donating to the candidates.
Yes, my sister. I won't cut you short, but I'm doing it. My sister, even if you say that they look at people who donated whatever, there were young people that were sleeping at Mr. Haka Inde Ichilema's home when they hear the police will be there. But where are they?
Yes. They don't see. That's why they helped. Yes, those people. Yes, of course they should be rewarded. But in the political arena, I think they look at who helped them to put financially to put there and all that. From outside, the position. They did something behind closed doors. But who campaign to be where they are. So
your position Maranda Pava Jude no Sarah. Narikoma ile ponele twalera njapa TV bakwetu. Yawe. Bashikulu ifo bebwela. Bali tabitaya kale bali bomba kale bali byakale. President pali lyanshita alelonga sana abakolochi mutupoto ndibere awe twala sana. So, but I don't think from that moment up was a deliver panic on body wake a sharp post of our college. Our college was. So we are struggling with employment, employ people with energy, with power, with authority in their bonds. Yeah, because ububu take over to akulalanda. Ngabachita wino to a daughter. Ella.
We'll always clap for you, PNG.
But ingavalu fianya tukesa kwati ninyense. Maila
Mwaingiramo. Yeah, so
nawe apata mutu chile represent wino mobiteko wesu mwemfumu yesu kanabesa. So anyway, but PF problem ya area succession tayari very streamlined the way it should have been done. We had a problem with how we put in Valungu. Maybe only one individual qualifies to stand.
Who is that one? Okay.
Constitution ya PF ila require you work a member for 5 years. Abengita balakumanisha 5 years yakwati beminine.
But they were in PF because they rejoined, they were there and rejoined.
Awe, kabiringa wafuma mu PF nishia period yawe ya cancel.
Oh, until when you come back.
Oh. Yeah. So abenge abalefa nokula iminina. Bambi ba MMD, bambi ba UPND, bambi bashan but naona abe iminina. Aba bantu ba PF. We need a proper president in PF because we need PF as a strong opposition in the country. But abenge ba PF niba pwaka tababerenga because umuntu na in Zambia he has to be able to read constitution ya PF inafaa kwa hiyo aba member for 5 years before tawala president. So once it's a confusion. They are throwing the hope of the nation for checks and balances in disarray because of ubukopo upwaka ena ma degrees valetuka emufumaka paste ya kubelenga. So ngatule kumaira pesa kuri mwe bantu mule kutika ba shetani
aho tule kutika before basha kwata ma PhD lekeni tule kutika ko basambirira
ka Jodi mole pika mungando muri muri doctor munganda mule pika munganda kwa PhD wila weta abantu hapo PhD Judy. Don't join that.
No, I cannot. No, I cannot take that away.
No, not you. Abalange abantu ifibumba ifibumba munganda mobyo. Ngati muri PhD munganda. Yala.
Ilelo yawame.
That is plan dedia she. Political landscape. We're doing kitchen politics. Yes. Kwashala minutes young. Avani, kwashala 6 minutes. So, Kalavani Nikofia Kulanda, Fosofio Kulanda, Fuiseni, Apapeni.
If we are looking forward
to subscribe to Bonano TV.
Don't worry, I am going. If you can give me this, if this live video, I can share it on my page. I don't know how I can do that. Okay.
Yes, I like to share. I'm sorry that I couldn't show my face.
PhD. We like to prepare abantu.
Basera ni mwevu.
Like what Sister Judy said at first when we just started, you know, about PF, why they couldn't even groom anybody. The problem is bad. It's bad. It should be at Wakawina. Ni shock. PF. It's a PF. What a shock. You know. That's why they had the belief and they have the faith in the ECZ, in Shindano and in Esa Uchulu. But they didn't know that things can turn the other way.
Chipenzi ate wala kwa electoral commission. So the PF now label as Diramba because he was a UPND cadre. What do you think about that?
Oh, I don't know that one.
Chipenzi had our civil society for probably more than 20 years.
And the civil society, I remember as what?
Ala chapona election observer, ala chana nyuko. You have to
go. So I'm going to Diramba that referee who did something to our team.
UPND, Gaia ku electoral commission, Nakala call the elections for UPND. The PF now Diramba before Tavara appointment here.
No, and like we are saying, we don't hate the PF. They are our people, they are our brothers and sisters. They just have to, to put their socks and do the right thing. Actually, we are advising them to come, forward and be a good opposition so that they can do checks and balances. Kuliwa UPND, whom we support up to now. That will be good for the country. A country cannot be, run like Kantemba. No, Namunganda like Judy and Bamulamukulia. There are checks and balances. So
Yep.
we need, a formidable, opposition.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
So natural second number depends. You can't reject a person because of his tribe and his political affiliation. The PF are making a mistake. When the UPND wins an election, they must first win. Kuna families yabo kubafuma.
Yes.
And then they can come and play their programs and interplay it with other families. You cannot expect a UPND government to be appointing PF cadres to positions in government.
Yeah.
Nanguni kuno ku America. Donald Trump awatu mine ku Supreme Court. Kushebari ba mar Democrats.
That's why,
Donald Trump awatu
in
mine
off.
ku both mar Republicans.
Avera Amy.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But umuntu wafiri wamutsa judge after abomba ngali fair ngutari fair. But if you go at umuntu taratana step into the first day on the job at yo chipenzi nidiramba. We don't play such.
But a professor,
Mkwai.
as much as you can say what you have just said, equally, it's just human nature, it's just human nature which is at play. That's why we are saying no politics ya personal, ya could be personalized, Therefore, you have to understand because it's human nature for you not to trust somebody who is going to be electoral commission, who is UPND, cadre of UPND or supporter of the UPND. It's human nature. But like you are saying, they should wait and see how he's going to work,
Yeah. But for one pay a chance because Muina Zambia.
And if you're from Walanda, yes, okay, that I understand. So how do you expect in Vampela Pano position the Republican, Mwalish works in the Republican, there's no denying that. Vampela position in favor by President Banan Vampela in favor, Nature and Republican Vampela Korea. What chances do we have that Uyuba Salilewa UPND Gafka Kongabamu Iwach Tefi is going to say no?
That's why you need to have integrity.
We cannot say we can
dignity
trust
of
them because
yourself.
at that point in Gabampela, who's your master? Your master is UPND. And your master is you are looking at the election right now in front of you. And now we should watch by UPND Valelusa. But master work to me like Iwach Tefi. You think he's going to say no? No.
That's
He's
a very
going to
good
do
question.
exactly what the employer has telling him to do.
Yes, that's a very good question. So, Judy, you having said that, Judy, tell us how the government should appoint these people in these positions.
These people, they should not be appointed by any political party.
Exactly.
These people should be appointed through the ballot. I think that way we have a neutral person.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If the party
I think
don't
so.
take an angle, party balaba riba kwa PF about PF, but PF baba chite ba English. Apa UPND mwa ponto mumpere bana ba echeche bansalire ine pano. Tulelusa. Ba echeche baja iwa Judy na ushweti ya kuchita. Tina kana?
With it. Human nature.
Exactly.
Okay, folks. Thank you. That was my crew, Judy in New York. and Lady Sarah in Seattle, and me here in Iowa, in the middle of the United States. We're discussing the issues of a political Zambia. This was Political Landscape, our debut show, where we do kitchen table politics. We'll come back next Friday to represent some of the same issues. We were just chatting. We are all friends. We don't fight, and when we present views, we are helping everybody, but we are being a voice in the soul of our country. Thank you for seeing us today. And I want to ask you, go on Facebook and follow us. Follow us on Facebook, because we are going to bring these exciting discussions, and anybody else that is able to come will be able to be available here. And the girls who were with me here today, apparently they come from my father's tribal cousins, the Lundas, and the Lundas like my red jacket. So I'll sing here with my red jacket so the Lundas can be happy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mwani, kusakilila kumwani.
Goodbye.
Mshikamichwaye.
Mwani vule mwani, twasanta mwani va kasonso.